So like, I'll be like right here, be like right here, like right here. Like that. So it's going?
Yes.
Social service working interview. Part 1, for ya. Hi Cody, nice to meet you. I'm Nick Sager. I'll be your social service worker to help you out today.
Alright.
I just want to go over a couple of things. The policy of the client confidentiality agreement. A lot of people, especially when I was in college, used to describe this and talk about it, and they took way too long. So with my clients, I like to briefly explain it just so that you can get a good, so you can comprehend what it is before feeling comfortable for this interview.
Yeah.
So what the confidentiality is, in a sense, long story short, is basically anything you tell me is completely between me and you.
Okay.
But for example, let's say if you told me something that really happened, like drastic, like you ended up, let's say like you killed someone or something like that, I would have to definitely tell the authorities.
Okay.
Let's say I've had clients that a woman has hit on me and stuff, and I'd have to tell my supervisor, and I wasn't able to see that client anymore. So now that I have, so basically everything between me and you is all hunky-dory, unless you tell me something along the lines of that that I would have to notify like law enforcement, or I'd have to notify my supervisor.
Okay.
So just before we do that, everything's good?
Everything's clear. I'm not threat to anyone. I'm
Okay.
like a sloth. I kind of just do things at my own pace, pretty friendly.
That's good.
So, yeah, I got a little bit of sense of humor. You have to in this world.
Oh, for
You
sure,
have to-
for sure. I couldn't live without humor in my life. I'll tell you that much. So tell me exactly why you're here today.
Well, I'm here because my wife. My
Mhm.
wife set the appointment the other day. It was Shaniqua.
Mhm.
She set the appointment for me, so.
She seems nice.
Yeah, she's really nice. Yeah, she's really nice. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Just you said you like humor, right?
I do.
So
For sure, definitely.
definitely have to throw in some laughs at some point, right?
Mhm.
But on a serious note, I'm here because my wife. She's the one that set the appointment.
Yeah.
She sees it as a problem. For the past 3 years, I hadn't seen it as a problem until she made me see it as a problem. I guess I'm an alcoholic. I don't know. I guess that's what you call somebody who drinks.
Is it
every
not
day.
just her telling you that?
There's my kids also say it, and I can just hear it in people's voices when they find out that I don't really like to do much. I like to come home after work. I work from 8 to 3. Get home from 3 till maybe 12. I just drink and watch
Do
TV.
you ever feel like agitated when people tell you that you have a problem when realistically they have a problem with your problem, and you just feel like, you know what, just shut the up, I'm just trying to do my thing. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like when you do that shit, that's a long shift. You come back home and that case of beer is what you have all the time.
Exactly.
That's routine. People have coffee every day. They can't go without coffee. That's why it's so hard to manage these problems. But you did tell me that your wife kind of had the idea of you coming here first. So did you think that you do you want to get help? Do you want to be here?
I do because I do see I love my family. I've been married for 23 years now,
Mhm.
and I don't want to throw that away. My kids are a part of me. I don't want to throw that away, but
Jeopardize that.
yeah.
Totally.
But again, I do recently, I haven't noticed I do have a problem. I didn't even eat all day. I just drank, and I went home. I was drinking at a friend's house because right now my wife doesn't want any alcohol in the house.
Yeah.
So I've been drinking at a buddy's house. She doesn't care. I mean, she cares, but if I come home drunk, that's my problem. I gotta find my way home.
Are you affecting the way that you work? Are you affecting you don't have coworkers considering that you're driving?
Yeah.
But are you drinking during the job as well?
I haven't been just because I don't want to jeopardize my job. I make decent money, and I need that money for my family. But I do go to work hungover and still drunk sometimes. Sometimes I'll drink until 4 a.m. It depends on the day. Sometimes I won't get home until 6 though. Sometimes I might be done at 3, but if I'm not done a certain amount of loads, or if I'm in the middle of doing a load,
You can't go home.
I can't go home. I have to finish that load, and that load even if it's just in Cornwall or if it's just in Ottawa.
And at 3 o'clock, as you said, that's the time you're at home and you're drinking. So
Yeah.
if you're still working, if you saw the beer store or whatever.
Exactly.
Have you done that before?
Oh, definitely.
Countless.
Definitely done it many times.
So what I get from what you told me is that you didn't realize your problem until the people who loved you the most, basically somewhat, kind of like, tapped you in the back of the shoulder saying this is a problem. So that's now, I believe, and if you were to agree with me this after I say the statement, that you are wanting to do this for your family, but like that's basically what it is. So you can, provide for them, help them, and be for them as long as they evolve and grow up. So that is that what basically that I'm going on?
Well,
right
that's
now?
exactly like
Okay.
I don't want to jeopardize everything. Like, I've been drinking like that for about 3 years now, and it's been 3 years, and I've been neglecting my family for 3 years. And I
Yeah.
see that because I see when I come home and I go to the basement, I watch TV, I'm secluding myself. Everyone's upstairs, everyone's laughing and playing. But I'm the one that's downstairs because I don't want to be with that because I see myself as toxic. I'm at this point now where I know I'm the problem, and I need to fix that problem so I can get better.
Okay. So that's good. That's good to know that you're here because you want to be here, even though your wife.
I wasn't gonna set the appointment myself because it's embarrassing.
Do you feel that your mind state has changed? Like before you walked into my office, were you like thinking this isn't even worth my time? I'm gonna go to the beer store right after this. I'm only here because of my wife. And now, like your standpoint's kind of changed, or you were way before, yeah.
I thought I was gonna come here and I was gonna be, I'm sorry about my language. I was gonna be pissed. I was gonna come here and I was gonna be like, you know what? He thinks he can tell me what I can do. He thinks he knows what's best for me. He doesn't know anything. And I was gonna be, and I was gonna go home and I was gonna have a beer at 5.
Yeah.
So, or 6 or 7 or 8,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how I feel.
But now it seems that you want to make some.
But no, you're you're comforting, and I feel like I can, literally, told you I haven't told anyone. I haven't told my wife how I feel.
Yeah.
My wife doesn't know that I feel like that. She thinks I'm just being selfish and stuff, but I'm.
What I could do for you, it seems that you really would want the help, and
Yeah.
that's what my job is, to help everybody, or at least get the support that you need that will help you. A couple of the options that we have right now are honestly the only option I think is the best one, but there are other ones. Is AA program. Where are you living about right now?
Right now I'm like Carlingwood.
Collingwood. So there are a couple of facilities that I'm aware of, community centers that do held these meetings and stuff like that every Thursday for about an hour and a half. And what these meetings basically are, Cody, is you go to this meeting, especially the first time, you'll be sitting down, people there are very warm and welcoming, there's coffee and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's like talking about like the weather outside is something just very just
Yeah.
brief, it's right there. But the people there are the people with the most strongest hearts, especially the people who've been sober. Now, a lot of people who go to their first meeting, like honestly, you might walk out of here and think nothing of what just happened because you want to drink, right? You have that impulse,
Yeah.
For me, I was on a diet for a long time, and like I still, want carbs and shit like that, but I can't, do the same type of shit. But anyways, back to the point, what I'm trying to say is that people are major influences in the meetings, and if you really wanted to keep going at it and be completely sober with everything, you could set yourself up with a sponsor. And I know there's also those are the small meetings, but there's also big ones. But I say step by step.
Yeah.
Go to the first meeting. Basically, the way it works is there's pamphlets that are read out. There's a prayer at the start. It doesn't matter if you're you're religious or not. Like you don't discriminate anyone who comes in. Everybody's trying to help you be sober.
I used to go to church, but I ended up stopping. The Sundays are my football time, so
Okay.
that's
Okay.
I don't work the weekends.
That's
so
fine.
usually that's
But
what-
no one should give you a hard time when you're there, especially because no one really looks at race or anything like that. Everybody's looking just
I don't
to
believe in the big man in the sky.
yeah. But the thing what you need to do is believe in yourself, if anything. Because at this
It's
point,
hard, it's hard
at this point, I really think, and it's not an assumption, it's what I know, that you really care about your family. Let's be very frank here. Your family is the the insulation to your house. That's
I didn't
everything
want to
that.
drive a truck. I didn't
Yeah.
want to drive a truck.
Exactly, but people have to, commit to society, and only the 1%ers get to, be rich and do whatever they want. But the thing between them and you is that you're satisfied with your family,
Yeah.
somewhat right now. But you want to be completely satisfied with that, but even more so, be satisfied with yourself.
Yeah.
So I could hook you up with hook you up with the AA meeting.
Yeah.
I'll make a couple calls, and they take place every other Thursday. But there's also other events that you can go to as well. if you still want to talk about these things. And like basically at these AA meetings, you just basically vent out, talk about your problems. Even after the meeting, people go to Boston Pizza or Wild Wings,
Yeah.
and just just talk and stuff like that. Because it's always good to have someone to talk to, especially when you told me that like you were at home and drinking by yourself, completely different. It's like basically it's like cognitive therapy. I was in the same spot as you were, somewhat the same story, and now I became a social service worker, and now I like want to help people out, and I feel better about myself. So if the AA meeting is something that you're interested in, we can definitely arrange that for sure.
I was gonna say I think I should talk to my wife about it, but I actually think I should make the decision for myself.
Yeah,
And tell her when I come home, when I get home.
I think that's the best idea, and I'm really glad that you acknowledge that you're not here because someone sent you here. You're here now because after you had this conversation, I hope that you feel somewhat more comfortable with the fact to feel, to have motivation to be sober and at least try. Everybody will slip. It happens. I slip, but if you don't, that's crazy. But I know I have. Everybody, no one's perfect. But if you try, that is the best first step that anyone can have, because if you didn't think of it, you wouldn't even be thinking about getting sober in the first place. So, yeah. So I'll give you a call tomorrow, or later today in a couple of hours, because I could just do all the information and stuff after and finish it, do the call, and definitely get you an AA meeting by tomorrow. I think they're held every Thursday at the community center by Carling, but I'll definitely just leave your phone number with me, and I'll give you a call tomorrow, and we could probably set up another meeting if I'm free and let you know the details.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I hope to see you more often, and so you can see my progress, because I really do want to make that progress,
Okay.
and I really will actually try this time.
Okay.
It's my first time actually going to try, so I'm actually going to try and make myself better, and for my family, for my wife.
Make sure that if you really want it right now, to have the same mind state you do, because you can do so many other greater things too. People are capable of amazing things, but this thing is just one small roadblock. It's a speed bump to the highway that you're about to be on, right? So I'll give you a call tomorrow, Cody. It was really nice meeting you, my friend.
Nice to meet you, man.
And we'll go over everything tomorrow.
Alright, man.
All right, sounds good. Have a good one.
Hey, man, for How long was it?
12 minutes.